Hi, everybody. It's Heather Vickery. Welcome to this week's episode of Live with Heather Vickery. Y'all, I am finally feeling physically good, and that's exciting. Um, it feels really nice to not be exhausted all the time. It took me almost 2.5 weeks to get rid of that COVID exhaustion. Hopefully, it's gone for good. That would be really, really nice. Uh, I'm really happy to be here with all of you today. I'm feeling like today would be a good crown day. What do y'all think? Should I wear my crown today? Do we like it? Wait, is it is it doing weird things with my hair? I'm not an expert on wearing a crown, but I did just finish um my friend Paula Lafferty's debut novel, La Vie de Guinevere, and so I'm feeling a little bit royal. The book is amazing. This is not working, you guys. How do we make it look good? The book is amazing and I loved it. And if you like fantasy or tales or whatever, you should totally read it. But I do have to warn you that there's a huge cliffhanger at the end of this book, and yeah, be ready for it. Just be ready for it. I don't know. I want my crown. I do, but it doesn't. Here, like that. Do we like it like that? Is it working? I don't know. I suppose it doesn't really matter now, does it? Um, I am so glad to be here with all of you today because we are talking about creating a magical life. Here's the deal. I'm going to take it off. You are the only one that can create your own magical life. You have all the power. Nobody's going to give it to you. Nobody's going to give you a magical life of all of your dreams. Nobody's going to hand that to you. Nobody's going to give you a playbook. You can't get a checklist. You have to create it. Not only do you have to create it, you have to start from the very beginning, thinking about what would your own personal magical life look like? What does it feel like when you wake up in the morning? What does it feel like throughout your day and when you go to bed at night? How are you behaving? What choices are you making? What are the thoughts in your mind? How are you spending your time? Who are you with? Where are you physically, right? You have to define your own magical life. And then you have to be intentional about actually living it. And I would say that, more times than not, I definitely feel like my life is filled with magic. That does not mean, and I want to be really transparent about this, it doesn't mean that there aren't difficult moments or that sometimes we don't struggle, because obviously we do, right? Life can be really, really stressful, especially right now in the world. But a magical life doesn't depend on things being perfect all the time. It depends on you understanding what is right for you and shifting and changing and moving and growing and staying open to possibilities so that you can continuously stay on a path, either in the moments of magicalness or towards the moments of magicalness. And honestly, sometimes it's those teeny tiny little moments that feel the most magical. But if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss them. So I have an event coming up, a 5-day challenge coming up. Details are coming soon. Um, Creating your magical life, and it's going to be a really fun, interactive way, 5 days for you to take action on going from sort of living on the outskirts of your life, living in the margins of your life, and moving into a space of having and living your own magical life. I'm excited to share that with you, but here are a couple little hints, a couple little tips. First of all, lots of self awareness and reflection, learning to trust yourself, learning to grow your own confidence, learning to understand your intuition, not just mentally, but physically. Huge part of it. Learning to ask for what you want and when to ask for it and how to ask for it in a way that is both powerful and empowering, but also kind and welcoming. Setting boundaries, knowing what boundaries to set, knowing who to set them with, how to keep them, how to communicate them, and maybe how to shift them when the time is right. Knowing what to say yes to, what to say no to, and when. Learning to be unapologetically you, learning to embrace your joy, your possibility, your hope, your pleasure without apologizing to anyone for any reason. These are all parts, these are all components of creating your own magical life. And I'm curious for those of you who are in the room right now, I'd love to hear what magic is in your life right now? What joy is in your life right now? What are you grateful for right now? And I encourage you to be really micro with all of these thoughts and all of these answers instead of macro. Yes, we always I hear from clients all the time like, "Oh, I'm grateful for my job, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for my family." And yeah, that's amazing. Be grateful for all of those things, but how can you take it to the tiniest little thing and build on it? If you're grateful for your job, list 20 things you're grateful for about your job. If you're grateful for your house, list 20 things you're grateful for about your house. Or look around you and just start listing things that you feel grateful for. It's hot up here. I don't have air conditioning up in my office. So I'm really grateful for my fan, which I happen to get on TikTok Shop. Super grateful for that. It's got a remote so I can turn it up or down. I'm grateful for my noise canceling headphones because I use them all day long in meetings and when I'm on walks. And for God's sakes, if you are not alone in your home or your office, use headphones because they are really important. You are not the only one there. Use your headphones. I'm grateful for these pink Post-it notes. They're all over my desk and they just bring me joy. I have them in lots of colors. I love them. I'm grateful for technology that is allowing me to connect with you right now. We are on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Technology is amazing. I'm grateful for fresh, clean water and my kick ass podcasting mic and my little plant right here, my little plant, because she just brings me so much joy. I learned how to be a plant lady during COVID. So much gratefulness there, so much gratitude. But we're talking about joy. We're talking about creating a magical life. What does gratitude have to do with any of it? My friends, gratitude has to do with all of it. So you can see right behind me here, um, I am the author of 2 gratitude journals. They are amazing. Grow Grateful is for families and kids, and Shift Your Focus is for grown-ups. And it helps you create a pattern and a habit of being grateful and expressing gratitude, not just feeling gratitude, but sharing gratitude and thinking about gratitude in unique ways. I am certified in positive psychology, and the science behind gratitude is game changing. You want to create a magical life, start a gratitude practice, right? We can actually do an MRI on people who don't practice gratitude. And then if they start practicing gratitude, listing 3 to 5 things they're grateful for every day and why, and come back in 3 months and do another MRI, you can actually see on a brain that they are happier, they are less stressed, they are more joyful. Gratitude is a scientifically proven way to reduce overwhelm, stress, and anxiety, and increase happiness, joy, and well being. Don't sleep on a gratitude practice. We're not talking about forced gratitude. We're not talking about being grateful because you think you're supposed to be. We're talking about actually being grateful about what is good and what is working. It is a gateway to joy. It is the gateway to building joy as your foundation, as your default, as your set point. Because when you start with a place of joy, you show up differently, you engage differently, you inspire differently. People are watching you. I don't care who you are or what you're doing in your life. People are watching you and they are paying attention. And if you don't have any sound all this time, no sound? Really? I don't think it's me. I got all Can anybody else hear me? Brian, are you still here? I see Brian. You should be able to hear me. Anybody else? Maybe your sound is turned down. Brian has sound. Okay, so I think it might just be you, friend. Sorry, I was really hyped, and then I got distracted because somebody didn't have sound. So I think it's just you. Um, if somebody wants to comment, can you guys see her post on Instagram? Sorry, guys. Uh, yes. Where was I? Oh, showing up joyful, starting with joy, leading with joy. That will change everything. It will change everything in your life. The thing is, whatever you're seeking is seeking you, right? So if you're starting from a place of joy, You're seeking more joy. More joy will find you. It's like glitter, man. Joy is like glitter. It's going to show up for everyone around you and they're going to feel a little bit of it. You know how it is, right? Like if you, well, okay, let's just use parenting as an example, but maybe you don't have to have kids. Maybe it's showing up at the office or getting on a Zoom call. Somebody jumps in on the call and they're like, yeah, it's fine. Whatever, it's fine. Like you're going to feel that energy and you're probably going to absorb it, especially those of us with an open emotional solar plexus and your human design chart. You're going to absorb it and probably amplify it. It takes real work to be like, I don't pick your anger today. I don't pick your sassy frustration this morning. I'm not going to make that about me. That's about you and you got to work it out. That takes a lot of effort and a lot of work. But if somebody comes in joyful and happy and excited, you kind of can't help but ride that wave, right? So be that person honestly and authentically. I am not suggesting that if you're feeling down or low, you should fake it because I don't think that you should. It's really important to feel all of your emotions honestly and authentically with curiosity and compassion and not judgment. But also, we don't necessarily need to make our emotions everybody else's issue. It doesn't mean we don't share them. I want to be really clear about that. Like know who your people are. Know who you can chat with and who you can connect with and who you can go to. Um but also sometimes we got to work our own shit out, right? Sometimes we can't make what we're experiencing everybody else's issue. And so I will sometimes say, if I'm in a really shitty mood, I will sometimes say, I am not feeling great today. I am not in a great mood today. But it doesn't need to be your problem. I want to make sure you know you don't have to feel the thing I'm feeling here. And I'm going to do my best to take a moment, totally, take a moment and separate myself and deal with my shit. Maybe practice that gratitude that I talked about. Oh, yeah, I hear this, friend. Totally agree. They suffer from bipolar. My grandmother had bipolar disorder, and I so honor people who are managing that and leading the very healthiest, best life that you can. It can be tricky, right? And we want to know that we have a community. We want to know that we have supportive people around us. That's game changing. It's game changing, and it's super, super important. But also, we have to take radical responsibility for ourselves at all time. And that includes all of your thoughts, emotions, feelings, all of your choices, actions, and behaviors. We can't control or change anyone but ourselves. But when we choose to be in control of ourselves, to step into our own power and to change ourselves, the people around us change. It's just what happens. It can't be helped. It's quantum physics. It's energy, folks. It's energy. So you do have a choice in life. You really do. And if you want to create a magical life that's yours, that's just for you, that is your type of magic, the thing that really lights you up, you have to choose it. You have to be in charge of every element of how you behave, how you think, what you choose. You have to be in charge of you. Radical responsibility. Um, I I love choosing adventure. But sometimes I love choosing staying home and reading a book. I love travel, but I don't love travel if I'm in a crappy hotel. Some people don't care about those kinds of things. It's not for me to judge what works for them or what doesn't work for them. I want you to do whatever it is that lights you up, that allows you to have joy as your set point. That's what I want for you. I don't want you to do it like I'm doing it because that's for me. I hope to inspire and motivate and guide and get you excited about your one wild and precious life, to quote the wonderful Mary Oliver. I want to guide you. I want to help you. I want to celebrate you. I want to cheer for you and with you. But I don't want you to mirror exactly what I'm doing or imitate me. I want you to take the parts that light you up and fit you and run with them, and then be curious and possible with everything else. Focusing on your daughter and music, that's beautiful, right? We all have different answers. Find your answers. So, and when I start dropping information and sharing about the 5-day challenge to creating your own magical life, I hope that you will say yes and come and join me and hang out. We're going to have a great time, and it's going to be so fun to just be together in the collective. All right, folks, I like to, at the end of my live show, I like to pull a Create Brave card. The Create Brave deck is a deck of manifestation cards I co-created with my amazing, wonderful friend, Rachel Swanson. You can get these on my website if you love them and you're curious. If you like oracle cards, affirmation cards, tarot cards, you're going to love these cards. They are beautiful. Comes with a little guidebook. I'm not going to read from the guidebook today. But the artwork is stunning. Can you just see how beautiful they are? And they have these pretty glitter teal edges. I love them. So I always shuffle cards until the card that the universe wants me to have is obvious. And it's this one because it didn't want to go back into the pile. So what do we have here? Oh, this feels really special today. I don't know. Those of you who tune in every week, I'm so glad you're into them. You can grab them on my website. In fact, if you're on Instagram, you can get them from my Instagram store as well. So it makes it even easier. I don't know why this happens. I guess this is because the universe always has my back, but inevitably, whatever card I pull at the end of my weekly live show is the perfect card for the conversation that we've been having. And today's card is forgiveness. I'm willing to forgive myself and others. Forgiveness is freedom. So, why do I think this is the perfect card for today's conversation about building your own magical life, being in charge, taking power, being empowered, taking radical responsibility? Because so often we are required to forgive ourselves in order to build and embrace our own magical life. Because whatever you've been doing up until now, you're probably being really hard on yourself. You are probably beating yourself up for things that you think you did wrong, or mistakes you made, or people you trusted that you shouldn't, or situations you allowed to continue far too long. Forgive yourself. You are here right now. And all of that is in the past. The moment that matters is right now. So choose to forgive yourself and trust yourself and make a different decision. Move forward making a different decision. Try something new. Resiliency is simply about reassessing and trying again in a different way and seeing what happens. And I believe in you. I believe in you so fully and so completely. And I am so honored that you chose to spend a little bit of time here with me today. And I am so thrilled that I get to celebrate you and your joy. So thank you to everyone who's been here. Thank you to everyone who has commented and engaged. It means the world. I do not like talking to an empty room. Y'all know that. I love hearing that you're here and seeing your faces and your little eyes and hearing your comments. Just a reminder that I am a transformational success coach. And my goal is to help you, everybody, learn to lead from embodied joy, to make it your set point, to make it your default. And I do that in some really cool ways. We have the cards, we have books. I have an $18 a month membership called the Spark Collective, which is designed to help you show up for yourself, empower yourself, build your intuition, build that foundation of joy and happiness and possibility in just 10 or 15 minutes a day, just a couple times a week. We have a whole content library you have access to, weekly journal prompts that are just pulled from human design transits. Really amazing program. I see that Jay is here. Jay is a member of our Spark Collective. So proud of what we're doing there. There's beautiful, supportive, loving community there as well. And of course, as with anything else, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Yes, I see that you're up for it. I love it. The link is in my bio. Come join the Spark Collective. We love it over there. It's just one of my favorite places to be. I'm here every Thursday at 12 p.m. Central with a brand new topic. I have a kick-ass newsletter that goes out every week. And even my sales emails, I feel like have some fun little thing that I like to share with you. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm very active on Threads. I would love to chat with you. I would love to connect with you. I would love to be part of your magical life. So until next time, my name is Heather Vickery, and I want to remind you to go out and choose yourself bravely. Thank you so very much for being here with me today, for being here for yourself, for showing up for yourself. I think you are fucking incredible. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.